Hi, I wanted to talk to you about a few of my favorite things. And first of all, I'm going to start with my ice cream dipper because I use this every day. I grew up in a family that had dessert every day. That's how we rolled. So I like something sweet at night. A little sorbet or a cup of ice cream, and that just is perfect for me. It's gets right through that rock hard ice cream and it goes in the dishwasher. So that's a nice benefit of this. Another item that I use a lot is my manual food processor. This is terrific for chopping onions, peppers, carrots. I use it a lot for making olive salad and salsas. In fact, I had to take some olive salad out of it today so I could kind of show it to you. When I do make that, I put this lid that comes with it right on it so I can store it in the refrigerator. But you've got your bowl and your blade and then the actual mechanism right here. And you just press it. You can see the blade spinning until everything's chopped, and then you can pour it into another bowl, or if you've made it all right in the manual food processor itself, you can put the lid on for storage. So that's a good item to have. Another thing that I use a lot is my 12-inch skillet. And this is part of our executive cookware set. It's non-stick. It has aluminum core, which really aluminum conducts heat very nicely for cooking. So you get a nice evenly cooked pan of chicken or your ground beef or eggs or a grilled cheese sandwich or whatever you make in this. You know, don't just think about it as a skillet. You can use it for pancakes or grilled cheese as well. But it has a nice amount of surface space here. I like to fill it with chicken breasts when I'm cooking, and even if it's just my husband and I, we'll eat chicken tonight. I'll put a couple aside for salad tomorrow, and then I might freeze some for pot pie or another recipe later on. So the 12-inch skillet is really, really beneficial for you, especially if you're cooking for a large family. You can cook it all in one pan. If you like to make some sort of a pasta in here and then top it with cheese, pop it right in the oven, you can do that because it is oven safe as well. So that's our 12-inch skillet. Just turn it around there. The batter bowl is another piece that I use a lot. I bake bread, so I like to proof my bread in this. And I also use it for mixing up tuna salad or pudding. When I'm mixing pudding, I like to use our whisk. This is one of my grandson's favorite things to do, is to make pudding and use the whisk. So that's great. It's stainless steel. My sister-in-law had a whisk at one point. She said there was pepper in the eggs, but it was really rust coming off the whisk. So don't have to worry about this stainless steel whisk. And the batter bowl's 2 quarts, has a great lid for storage. And then we also have a 1 quart size, which is 4 cups. This is 8 cups. So you've got your batter bowl. Something else that we use a lot in our house is our leak-proof glass containers. Storing and reheating in plastic is not really good for everybody. A lot of people don't like to do that. So these are great because you can store in them. My daughter will take extra pasta to work with her, and then she can just heat it right in the microwave. The lids are nice because they clip on and they are leak proof. You can put a can of peaches in here, click the lid shut, turn it over, and it's not going to drain out. So really nice leak proof glass, great for storing leftovers in there. The other thing I love is our tongs, and I use these a lot when I cook for turning chicken, flipping bacon. Even I will use them even out on the grill in a pinch, just to turn a steak or something. They're silicone on the end. And when you want to open them, you tip them down and pinch them and they open. To close them, you just do the reverse and the little lever pops up and down for opening or closing. Another thing that I really like in the glass part is our 1 cup prep bowls. And my daughter will say this is her favorite thing, I think. She had 2 sets, I have 2 sets, and they are always in the refrigerator. This one has Parmesan cheese in it. Sometimes I have half a can of baked beans in them. There could be pudding, any kind of leftover that you want. And also they're good for measuring. They have 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, and a cup all the way to the top. So, you know, in a pinch you can use them for measuring. Knives are another thing. We have this great set of knives that are forged steel, and the blade goes all the way through the handle with rivets here so that they're really strong and super, super, super sharp. Nicely fit in your hand. They're weighted and they are sharp, so be careful when you're using them. But one great sharp knife in the kitchen is important. This is our utility knife. It's a good starter knife because you can cut a boneless ham, you can trim meats, you can slice cheese, you can do whatever you want with this. This is a good knife for a starter knife. If you like a serrated knife, that also comes in serrated, but our color-coded knives have a serrated knife as well. You can't get the pink right now. This is just the one I grabbed from my kitchen, but they do come, the color-coded knives are nice. They just have a coating on top. They do, it eventually might wear off, but they are an inexpensive and sturdy knife for you. So, scrapers are another thing. Absolutely have to have scrapers in your kitchen. This is the baby. This is the mini mix-in scraper, and I use it a lot. Scrambling eggs in my saute pan, but it's nice to have with the manual food processor too, because you can scrape things out. I think the only other thing I really want to show you, two things. Salt and pepper mill. These are come as a set, 2 grinders, and they're easy to fill. Just take the lid off. You can see you just pour right in here. So they're easy to fill. They have really nice sharp blades at the underneath that give you a nice coarse ground on your pepper, and you can adjust for your salt. Or pepper. And then the last thing is our oven mitts. You have to have a set of these. They are made of silicone. They are one of my absolute favorites. I give these as gifts all the time because you can get in the oven and really get anything out. You can use them on the grill. They are not going to melt. They protect your hands, and if they get greasy or sticky, you can go to the sink, wash them with soap and water, and they get nice and clean. And if the inside gets dirty, you just pull the inside fabric out, wash them in your washing machine, and then line dry. So those are a few of my favorite things. I hope you got some good ideas about things. And if you have questions, be sure to ask them during the rest of our party. Thanks.